Excuse me. Yes. My goodness.
Hello.
All right. We're on. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
So, what are we going to talk about today?
Well,
you going to talk about belching?
We could. I'm sorry. It's not bad manners, just good monster. We could talk about how you're hogging the cords here. No,
I don't think anybody cares about that.
I don't know. What do you want to talk about? We could talk about lots of stuff. We can talk about the pool disaster, which was fun.
I see. Well, you're welcome to talk about your pool disaster.
Well, actually, I guess I didn't realize this, but when I was talking to another friend last night about it, we got really lucky. But so the hose got tossed out from the sweeper, and it drained 3/4 of the water out of the pool. And it's an above ground pool, and we just started filling it right up immediately, whatever. Well, the other we found out yesterday, we were talking to another guy. Apparently, above ground pools, when they get that low and they still have water in, they collapse.
Oh,
and ours did not. So, good for that. But bad for us. The water softener ran out of salt, and there's a lot of iron in the water, and now we have a red pool.
Oh yes, yes. How deep is her well?
I don't even know. It must not be very deep because there is iron in it. So I'm wondering. I don't know if they could make it deeper and get out of that or not.
No,
but that's
because my father's
crazy money.
My father's well is 375 feet down, and everything we owned when we were kids were orange. So there's just clear water iron and everything in this state.
But she puts the good softener salt in there with the iron out, and it works really, really well actually. So
that's good.
It was empty, and well. Oops. So now we have an orange pool.
Yeah.
Which isn't a big deal because you can get the iron out of the water, but we're a little worried it might stain the liner.
That's good.
No, that's not good.
No, it's good that you know what's wrong. I mean, I'm not really listening to you, so that's why
I know. You're just busy over there clicking away.
Yeah.
Living in your own world.
Yeah.
Screw Patrick and his problems.
Oh, yeah. I don't even care enough to do the screwing. It's just whatever. I don't care.
That's just wrong. I thought we were friends.
We weren't. I mean, we are.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Sorry, I'm having a phlegm issue here.
It happens.
So, anything else going on?
Not really. Oh, here's something that you'll absolutely love, even though people hate we discussed the place where we used to work. Guess who decided he wasn't staying in Ohio anymore and left?
Well, Matt?
Matt's been gone forever.
Okay.
Chevis.
Oh. He left the state?
He's back in Georgia, baby.
Well, that's just great. I mean, not that that's great. So permanently? Like he's not just going there and coming back?
Yeah, no, apparently he told him that he couldn't be away from his son because his son lives down there.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if he's married or his girlfriend or whatever, but yep, he just said, I can't do it. You guys need supervisors in Macon, where I'm from. Either I'm going to work there or I'm just going back and find another job. And apparently they must have accepted him going back and working there. Because I think his son's having some issues. He's really young, the son. I don't think he's like a baby, but I don't think he's a toddler yet either. I think he's kind of in that in between baby and toddler stage. Like he went down there a few weeks ago because they had to do something to drain his ears, and so I think he might have some issues with that kind of stuff. Sorry, I'm not looking at my. But yeah, so apparently he's gonna go down there. Your other buddy Travis has left our shift. Friday was his last day.
Yeah,
he's now going to 10A. So
who's gonna be messing up that place now?
Jerica.
I don't know anything about Jerica.
Yeah, Jerica was after you. She seems okay. So now Tyler has went from wherever he was to shipping or to receiving when Psalm left, and now he's an LDPA, and they need an LDPA guy.
Tyler wasn't all that great either.
Well, listen, we won't get into Tyler, but he's a wonderful human being.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Well, there's lots of things you could do, but I mean,
Well, what can you do legally?
A lot of them would not be morally correct either.
So I'm maxing this thing out, and no one can hear you at all.
Do I have to talk like this?
Yeah, I think you kind of have to do.
Listen, I'm sorry. I don't scream. I have a regular voice.
All right, how's that? All right, now we're a little more equal.
All right, well, that's good.
Then I can just jack up the volume. I'm working on this, people. I know you Spotify people can't hear anything, and I'm sorry for that. I am working on it.
Yeah, that's really confusing to me that, like, on some platforms we have good audio, and then you put it on Spotify and it goes to shit.
Yeah, on
Pardon my
YouTube
French.
it sounds good, but on all of the audio platforms, unless you go to our website, it sounds really quiet. And I would rather people turn down the volume on our website and everything else be normal. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is between
And I almost wonder if that's why we lost all of our listeners.
on Spotify. Yeah, maybe.
No, just the audio. We were doing good. We were getting like 500 downloads. And then we had that hiatus, and when we come back, they're all gone. And I wonder it's because I started using this new stuff, and the audio just is so quiet, and people are like, screw it.
Yeah, I don't know. I
got to figure it out.
It's really, like I said, I just think it's odd that it works so well on certain platforms, and you put it on something else, and it's like...
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I don't know neither, Mang. Oh, boy. So, you guys are going to plan a little trip, I hear.
Yes.
Sounds fun.
Well, we're trying to find more reasons to get on the two wheels, so we're really focused on that.
You know what my reason is to get on the two wheels?
No.
It's not raining.
Yeah, but it's always raining.
That's some of the excuse I need. It's not raining. I'm going for a ride.
This summer, this state has just been awful.
It has been terrible as far as rain goes. But, yeah.
I can't believe I had this chick on Facebook who lives in Florida, and I was complaining about the humidity. He's just like, "Oh, humidity in Ohio, don't give me a break." And I'm like, first off, everyone knows Florida is like 24/7, 365 humidity. I said people choose to live there. I said Ohio supposedly is not supposed to be this humid all the time. We're supposed to get a break from it here and there. I said, so your argument is kind of dumb. I mean, you choose to live there.
Right. It's not supposed to be like that here.
Right, not all the time. We have days here and there, but not the entire summer.
Yeah, like the end of July, early part of August, that's when it's supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be, But anyway, actually, I'm thinking about maybe going to Florida for a little while.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, I'm thinking about going down with a couple buddies and making some money. We're thinking about going down doing some iguana eradication.
And that would be?
The iguanas down there in certain areas are so terrible that they pay you to take them out.
Oh. Well, I thought they were doing that with pigs, too.
They are. That's in Texas, though.
Oh.
Texas, they don't actually pay you. But you can pay in Texas to get in a helicopter. They'll give you a rifle, shotgun, ammunition, and they'll just fly you over farms and start ripping pigs out of a helicopter. But you got to pay for that, obviously, because that's not cheap. Yeah. But also in Texas, they are considered a nuisance. So if you go to Texas, you do not need a hunting license. I don't think you need a pig permit. I don't think you need anything to shoot wild hogs in Texas. Yeah. Used to be like, I don't know if it still is, you might actually have to have just a basic hunting license now. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But from what I hear, it used to be if you would shoot 10 hogs, the only thing the game warden would say is, why didn't you shoot 12?
Yeah.
So, and back in, 2016 or something, I believe the Department of Natural Resources in Texas said if they eliminated 98% of the hogs in the state at one time, it would stabilize their hog issue.
Wow.
That would be it. It would be bad the next year because down there it's so nice in southern Texas. Apparently they breed 3 to 4 times a year.
Oh.
Because it's never, and they don't have the cold cycles.
Right.
So apparently it kicks the sows in for an extra breeding cycle a year.
Like the deer.
Well, the deer I don't think will do that because I don't know but apparently the wild hogs they do it one extra time than what they would do most places in the country. Just because of the weather and whatnot. But at the same time, that's just and when a sow has a hog, I think they say they have anywhere between 4 and 8. So that's a lot of pigs being bred.
Yeah.
A lot. But anyway, I don't know. So if you like pig meat, and some people like pork, some people won't eat it, but you can get some good pork for really cheap.
You can get your pork cheap.
Just go down there and start ripping them. I would suggest a AR-15 to the head.
Wow.
Neck.
Doesn't that do like a lot of damage? Isn't there better rifles?
Actually, that's what a lot of people use, just because number one, the distance is about correct that you can shoot them without spooking them. A lot of people shoot them with bow and arrow now. There's people down there I've seen. This is no baloney. You can watch some videos. I think they're on YouTube. They might have taken some of them down, but there's guys now that hunt them with a spear. They hide in a tree, and when they come underneath the tree, they jump out of the tree with a spear and jam it into the pig.
That's interesting.
I think it's a little barbaric, but I mean, hey, nothing like breaking a leg to get some pork.
I've heard that in many different ways.
I mean, seriously, who wants to jump out of a tree when we have, cool stuff out, like bows and arrows and guns, and you don't have to jump out of a tree.
I don't jump anyways because I end up breaking something. I have enough problem with gravity. I'm not going to have fun with it.
Well, I mean, at the same time, I kind of get it too. Some people want to get back to that primal stage or whatever. You know what I mean? So,
sure, because that's fun.
Some people
Are
enjoy
we keeping you awake there?
I'm sorry. Every time I get on this damn podcast, I start the yawning fits.
This guy that said, I sleep so much better. I'm not tired like I used to be.
It's not. It has nothing to do with being tired. I don't know if I'm not breathing properly or if it's the muscles in my jaw. I'm not tired. I just get in these yawning fits and I can't stop.
Okay, I just would like to note that I'm going to behave myself and not make any comment
Thank
about
you.
his
Sure.
jaw muscles.
I had a thought. So, Patrick, when might you be planning this trip to Florida? We have to
I don't know.
plan accordingly.
I don't know if I'm even going to do it. Me and a friend were just talking about it. And the first thing we have to do is figure out what kind of money you can make.
We'll get a text the night before.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, you have to leave October 5th open because we have just booked our spot at the Massillon Zombie Walk.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, October 5th.
October 5th. And then I have a couple things going on in late September that I have some DJ spots for. So, I mean, yeah, and like I said, I'm not even sure it's something that's going to happen anytime soon or at all, but, I mean, I'm into these PCP air rifles, and that's how they eradicate them down there. That's what they use. They shoot them in the head and scoop them all up. And then apparently there's people from the islanders down there from like Puerto Rico and Jamaica that live in southern Florida that eat them. They say they're delicious, apparently, if you cook them correctly. I don't know. I've never eaten iguana. I've eaten some weird things, but I've just never eaten iguana. But apparently it's delicious.
I have to take your word on that.
I'm taking somebody else's word, too, because I've never tried it. But, I mean, hey, listen.
Is this thing on? Oh, it is.
Oh, I think mine's working.
See, I wish you do that all the time.
But I don't want to be like... I don't want to look like I'm eating the microphone.
Whatever. Podcasts are supposed to be for sound anyways.
Fine.
Oh. Okay, good. Now I'm going to leave it alone.
You done playing?
Who knows? Probably not.
Okay.
So
the one thing that we were supposed to do on the next podcast from the last time we did one, we can't do because I rode my motorcycle, but I was going to bring my toolbox in and start throwing toys at you and watch your reaction, but we're going to have to wait for next week for that one.
I think she doesn't want that to happen. I think she's like, leave your toolbox in your vehicle.
Oh, you're going to blame it on her?
No, that is correct. I would not care for that.
I just think it'd be like the reaction of the one thing you were looking up online. I just think it'd be hilarious to see your reaction of real things. But at the same time,
bring in a bunch of puppies. We'll get a different reaction.
Bunch of puppies? I don't have a bunch of puppies.
Yeah, you can get them.
But the other thing is too, like, I think you're thinking there's different things coming out of the toolbox. But yeah, that's fine.
Anyways,
the toolbox is fun. It is a box of pleasure. It is not a box of regret.
So, do you have any motorcycle news?
No, not really. I mean, other than it's been raining and I can't ride it and it makes me angry.
Yeah, I know. This summer's been atrocious.
What's the status of your poker run next Sunday?
As of now, we are going. And that, I hope, does not change unless something crazy or, yeah.
I heard some interesting news about that particular poker run.
Oh, well, let's hear what you got.
So I work now with a couple of guys who used to work at the Harley dealership that closed. And
Okay.
they were saying that their Harley ship dealership back in the day either sponsored or started or was the beginning of that poker run.
Okay.
And then somebody sold it, and the new guy who bought it basically just exiled that dealership altogether.
Really?
And
You're
they
talking
were
about
all
the one in
like-
town or the one in Akron?
There was one. Damn it, I can't remember. It wasn't in town. It was in Akron. It was up north.
Okay.
And I guess they all were pretty hurt because, it's like this new guy just walked away from them and they didn't do anything wrong. And they say we used to be the first stop. Like we would cater and they
Yeah.
were saying that this dealership would cater in food and do all this stuff. And then the new owner was just like,
Screw
who are you? I don't know anything about you.
New owner of what? The poker runner?
Yes.
the guy that's running it or whatever. Yeah. I'm wondering if part of that might be, and I don't know. Like I said,
Yeah, it's all assumption.
I'm wondering if maybe that's part of. There were some people that wouldn't partake because of the fact that it was the Harley thing, and there are people that ride different types of bikes. And
That's dumb, though.
But I'm just saying, you know how most people are with the American bikes against the Japanese bikes. They're always at war. They don't all like each other.
But that's so dumb, though. I mean, I ride a Japanese bike, but if you're willing to spend the money for a Harley, who am I to judge you? It's your money. That's the only reason I don't
Right.
own a Harley is I think they're overpriced. But, that's it. That's where it ends with me.
Right. Well, I don't know. I mean, I want
You do you. So anybody doesn't matter if you're a Harley rider and not liking the Japanese or Japanese not like that is literally stupid.
I mean, but it is something.
It's
that
all
happens.
win therapy.
It absolutely is.
But
But I mean, there is that difference. Like, I mean, in the groups that we're in, like, when I bought my bike, like, some people are like, "Oh, sweet, cool, you got a bike, let's ride." And then other people are like, "Oh, what'd you buy? Oh, why didn't you buy an American bike?" And it's like, dude, just because I
okay, I'll
couldn't
run out and get a
afford it.
Polaris, and I
Yeah.
guarantee you there'll be just as much hate, even though Polaris is completely American.
Yeah, but they're just like, yeah, I don't know. But my whole thing is like, I
I
couldn't
think those
afford
kind of
one
peop-
yet.
I think those kind of people are just judgmental people, and period. And you could show up with whatever you want, and they'll find a way to judge it.
Well, I don't know. And my thing is, I just tell them, like, I couldn't afford the bike I wanted, so I bought the bike I could afford.
Mm-hmm.
And in another year, maybe 2, I will buy the bike I want, and then you will be happy.
I'll be happy no matter what you do.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm happy. Listen,
Yeah.
I mean, the only difference between what I ride now and what I want to ride is who makes it. The wind feels the same, I hope. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't think
the power's there, the reliability's there. There's nothing wrong with it.
I don't know about the power. My bike's only an 800, but
I don't know. We didn't have any issues with the power on ours.
No, that's what that year we put 5,000 miles on it that summer.
yeah. See, I mean, I'm not saying it's underpowered. I'm just saying, as far as power goes, I would definitely like a little bit bigger.
Now the bike we have now is much more powerful, but I'll be
What was that first one you had? when
well.
we
That
went
that
with?
that was I got to explain that one. That one was a Honda VTX. Now I got that because at the time we weren't even dating,
Right.
and I just wanted a cruiser because I had my sport bike, and I was just getting into racing, so I wanted something because at that time I hadn't gotten my certs yet. So, what are you pointing at?
I'm supposed to be watching that.
Anyways,
I'm watching you.
what was I saying? Oh, so I thought my glorified vision was that I was going to take my CBR and make it un-street legal. So I thought I have some extra cash because I was living at home with my parents at the time, and I'm going to go buy another motorcycle. And then this was back in the day when bikes were cheap. I think I got that Shadow for like $2,000, and it only had like 8,000 miles on it. But a Honda VTX. I was really mad at Honda when they stopped making this motorcycle, and I'll explain it. You have to look it up. It's called a Honda Shadow VTX. It's a 600cc cruiser. But what's great about this bike is it's really low to the ground. I mean, it's really low. So if you're tall, short, it doesn't matter. The lower to the ground you get, the easier it is to stabilize the bike. It's like red lights. It's also it puts the center of gravity lower. And it's just easier to control. In my personal opinion, the perfect motorcycle to start out riding on the street, doesn't matter if you're 16 or if you're 60, is a VTX because...
Well, the Shadow in general are lower. But the
Yes.
VTX is still a little lower than the regular Shadow.
Yes, but the bigger Shadows is still a 900 powerful motorcycle, and they can get away from you. Not having that power, at least by default, eliminates that accidental I gunned it and then it was out of control,
tank
and then I
slapping.
froze up and I drove into something.
Yeah.
When you gun a 600 Shadow, it takes a second before it really starts getting fast and gives your brain... This is, again, we're talking beginners.
I get you half a second to contemplate what the hell
Right.
you're doing.
Because it doesn't just launch. Like my bike is so touchy and it's got so much torque
Yeah.
that it can really scare you in a millisecond. But you have to look it up. It's called a Honda Shadow VTX. They're 600. They're super comfortable. They're bulletproof. And I think the latest, I think they stopped making them around 2002 or something like that. And it really upset me because they are cheap, simple, comfortable, super gas saving. Like, say, for example, if I was going to buy a motorcycle just to go back and forth to work, it would be one of those. Because you don't need the power at 7:30 in the morning. You're just cruising back roads. So, and I've taken that bike when I had it. I took it on the freeway. Yeah, it was maxed out pretty much, but I was able to do 55 and 60 without a problem.
Well, even my bike, like the one that I bought, that C50. I mean, it's only 800 cc,
and
I tell you what, and as far as gas goes, it's super, super.
Yes.
I mean, if you want a gas saver, something like that is even good. And I'll tell you the other thing. I don't know if it's as comfortable as the Shadow because it's been a long time since I've been on one.
They're similar. The only difference is the Shadow, the pegs are forward by default, so you do recline a little bit.
Well, my roommate back in the day had one. I used to ride it a little bit. But even the one I have, that Boulevard is extremely comfortable.
It is.
And I will tell you the other thing that's weird, and I think it might take some people that are new to riding away from it, is it's wide. It's not a skinny bike. And I think like new riders might be like, that's a little too big for what I want to start with.
I'm glad you brought that up. That's another thing about the Shadow is the tank comes in, and so does the seat. So where your legs are, they're closer together than most other motorcycles.
They're not spread out. Yes,
it's hard to explain. It's just the setup and the design of the motorcycle, in my personal opinion, is perfect for beginners because it allows you to focus on the things you need to focus on and not focus on my legs are completely spread apart and I have no strength and I can't hold it up. So I'm glad you mentioned
and that's the when I bought mine, that was the one thing that kind of freaked me out. I was like, man, this thing, because like when I went and looked at it, I sat and I'm like, this is so much wider than anything I've ever ridden. I don't know. And then I like sat on it like while I was talking to the guy about it or whatever, and it was raining, so I didn't get to like ride it, but like I could like check it out. Back and forth in the garage or whatever I did, and it really was. I'm like, okay, it's an optical illusion. This is very easy to keep hold of. It's not, but it really is an optical illusion when you look at one of those bikes that they just look wider than like it's like a Shadow.
Well, they're so well balanced,
and it really is. My bike is.
That's one of the things I like the Japanese bikes over the Harleys is Japanese bikes don't get heavy until they're practically at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Then, like my bike, it is so well balanced, but when you get it to a certain spot, then good luck.
Over. Yeah. Well, and that's kind of why I like the bikes that I like too. I like the cruisers, the kind of wide, lower to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
I want to ride a lazy boy, even though I say that, even though my motorcycle, the way the pegs are set up, I'm not lazy boyed at all.
Right.
But I can still ride it for 7 hours and only have my butt hurting.
Well, I'll tell you what, the other thing too and I don't know if the Shadow comes with it or the one I got, the C50 comes with them, but the boards compared to pegs, forget about it.
Huge difference.
I'll never ride a bike without boards again.
Well, yeah, I want to get boards for mine. But
the boards for your bike are expensive, though.
The boards for the front on your bike is standard. On the back, you have to buy them.
Well, it's got both, so.
Yeah. But no, your bike is extremely comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it took me, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 rides to get used to the angle of the seat without my back being a little sore. But that's just because I had back problems already. I don't think that's because it's uncomfortable.
Right.
Like I said, I already have back issues, so I compensate like I probably shouldn't because I don't take pain meds for the problems I have on my back. So my back bothers me and my muscles in my back bother because of the way I compensate for it. And I just think it added to that because it's just a different angle than I'm used to,
Yeah, but that's what I had when the first motorcycle when you knew me. Because when you first met me, I just had the CBR.
I only asked because you were talking about power, and that one we went on that
we went
poker run with Steven, and everybody was gone. We always had to catch up
with 2 people on it, you're shifting quite a bit. But we still managed to put quite a few miles on that little thing.
Yep.
And you didn't have a backrest. You just kind of said that was the bike we were on when we got caught in a thunderstorm.
Yeah. Yes.
Which was a hilarious story.
Yeah.
The debris.
But yeah, and we, and then finally what happened? Oh, I traded it for that car, which was a mistake. I still regret that to this day. And then
we just decided to buy.
And then I wrecked my CBR.
But I couldn't ride that one with you.
That's true.
Anyway.
And then didn't have the money to put that together. And then the first bike, by the time we got the first bike, we were married. And
maybe.
No, it was after 2010.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. And then oh no, that's not true. The first thing we got was that scooter I got off my dad for $800.
You had seen me trying to drive a scooter.
But she did though.
I could go, in a straight line.
It was
But
a
I tried-
So you didn't have
Chinese.
to turn.
It was a Chinese scooter. I think you can still, to this day, I think you can buy them for $1,500 and they'll ship it to your door. It was a Chinese scooter, but it had a Honda engine, and we're talking it had a security alarm on it, an MP3 player, and it'll do 55.
Yeah, because
Well,
your
no
dad
shit.
came on the freeway, I think, from
Yeah.
Hartville at Hall of Fame time when we lived right next to the Hall of Fame.
And he sold it to me for $800, and I'm like, I can't pass that up. And then I rode it around for a little bit, and she rode around the neighborhood a couple of times.
in a straight line. When I tried to turn left, I missed the road and went through somebody's front yard and around their trees, but I never hit anything or dropped it. So.
Well, I'll tell you what that is, and Mark will probably attest to this, and like you probably wouldn't even know it unless you actually looked up anything on how to ride. If you're not paying attention to where you want to go and
Yeah.
what you don't want to hit, you're going to go right for what you're looking at. You have to have that target fixation
Yes.
of where you want to go.
It's called
Not-
target fixation. If you're
It's
driving
bad.
down the street and you see a pothole and you stare at it,
You're going to drive
you're
right
hit-
into it.
You'll hit it.
Well, you do that all the time.
Well, he's doing that so you get a nice vibration and back
No,
massage.
he does that in the car.
Oh,
If he looks to the left,
Yes.
the car goes left.
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's true too, actually.
But on a motorcycle, that is true. You're supposed to look at where you want to go, not
Yep.
where you are
I
or
don't
where
know
you're
if he
going.
ever well, I mean, I was turning left. I would think I would be looking at the road and looking for
Well, no,
traffic.
because when I first started
wasn't
riding
looking
again,
at the tree in the people's yard.
when I first started riding again, I did the same thing because I was looking. Okay, I got to stay in there, guys. But I'm watching the yard because I don't want to get wet, and then
Yeah.
you just go wide automatically.
Yeah.
And I was doing the
I
same
don't know
thing.
what was going on. I'm just saying that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Well, I
maybe
somehow
you're just
got
going
it
too
home.
fast or you panic. I mean, there's 1,000 things that could happen.
Well, I got it home, and that was the end of I liked it better on the back. Then we started making the videos on the back.
Oh, yeah. We should
Yeah.
pick that back up again.
I just got a GoPro connector that I hooked on mine, and it works pretty good. Except for like a lot of the times I'm riding, it's night, and the lights just aren't enough.
There's something to it, though, when she holds it. It really, on the video,
I
it really
was-
makes you feel like you're on the bike. I
I
don't
was
know
they
how
have-
it
trying
works.
to catch people too. I was doing
Yeah.
it. We'd go because I don't like to go on the freeway, so we'd be going through little towns, and I would wave, and 9 out of 10 people would wave back.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I had
Yeah.
all that on video. and-
Yeah, well, they make the ones now that you can stick to your helmet, which doesn't
Yeah.
do me much good because I try not to wear mine if I don't have to. Let's hope the old lady's not listening to this because I'll get yelled at. But I don't know. I don't know what it is about the helmet. It just makes me feel like.
Yeah, I don't mind it at night, and I don't mind it on cold days.
Well, for me, it's not about whether the heat or whatever. It's just like when I wear it, I don't feel as.
Free.
Yeah, I know, and that's exactly what I'm thinking. But it just doesn't. That's
Like
not
you're
how I
riding in a
explain it.
fishbowl.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's.
But I wonder if you get used to it
You
after
do.
a while.
You
I
do.
don't know. I mean, I've been wearing it since I bought this bike because she really wants me to wear it. But I
Do you
mean,
have a skull cap? Maybe just a skull cap, something to protect.
yeah, well, mine's just a half bucket.
Oh.
That's all I have anyway.
Yeah.
But it just drives me bananas.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, I know, I've always told people when they like my my friend Adam would do. You need to wear a helmet. I said I know, but it's just one more, especially on the Suzuki like yours. It's not such a big deal because Dinah sat above me,
Yeah.
but on the Honda we're equal. So it reminds me of those marbles. We kink, 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 kink,
Yeah.
kink, kink, kink.
Yeah.
And it was just miserable. And then she has to do this the whole time because she's got these fishbowl.
Got to be able to see around
And
yours.
then
Yeah.
he
But
tells me,
I will
"Don't
admit,
lean."
if anybody
Yeah.
wants to judge, I get it. It's safer. It's smart. I'm not smart, not wearing a helmet, but
It's-
I am picking comfort over
the
safety.
experience is completely different without it than it is with
It
it.
is.
That's the best way to.
Of course, there's a downside. The experience of getting hit in the head with a locust or a June bug
Yes.
sucks without a helmet.
It absolutely does. Yeah. But it's just I don't know what I don't. It's just
Yeah.
I'm a weirdo.
It's a choice thing. I don't pick on people. If you want to wear a helmet, great.
Well, and the other thing too, like
If you don't, your
at
choice.
At a nice low speed, if you're wearing a helmet and you fall down, sure, it's going to help you. If you're going 55, 65, let's be honest, the helmet might give you a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of protection.
Well, it'll protect your head.
But
The
it's
rest
not,
of you will be
yeah.
beat to shit in
It's
road
not
rash,
really
but
gonna
it
do
will
you much,
protect
yeah.
your head.
Because the other guy that I talked to a lot, he used to be a motorcycle cop in Cleveland, and he said the exact same thing. He goes, look, he goes, if you're just cruising around or whatever, he goes, sure, you'll fall over, to keep you from cracking your walnut. He said, but if you're going down the highway at any rate of speed, the helmet is going to help you a little bit, but not not enough for it to be uncomfortable all the time. And I'm like, I feel exactly the same way. So,
yeah. You just hope and pray that you're not going to go down.
Yeah. He said the only reason he wore one is because they made him when he was a cop.
Oh, yeah, he had to. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, so.
But that's just me. I don't know. It really is. It's just this totally different experience.
That's funny, though. I'm glad you brought that up. We actually put quite a few miles on that little Honda. And it did fine. Because, I mean, I wasn't as fat back then, but I was still fat.
You were fat like me?
A little less. I only weighed like, I think, what, like 230? 220? I think it was like 220.
So you were 9 pounds lighter than me. You go boy.
Yep. Well, shit, I'm over 300 now, so big difference.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to lose a little weight, but, hey.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I got this new job. I'm sweating my ass off. I'm working harder, eating less, and I haven't
He's lying. It's still there. I just looked.
Weight.
Well, listen.
And you're going to therapy now.
But yeah, but that's only 45 minutes. They're more just showing me how to do the stuff.
I don't know. When I went to rehab after my knee, man, we'd be sweating to death by the time we were done, and we weren't using machines. We were just...
Gotta point that mic at your face, too.
We were just doing different leg lifts and bends and...
Gosh, damn.
So here's something that I found the other day, and it just happened to pop up again. What do you think of this? This is in Oklahoma, but what do you think about police places around here doing this for Halloween?
Hide and Seek from the Police, October 31st at 8 p.m. I like it already. Meet at Moreland Community Center to receive wristband. It just says will be released at 9 p.m. 15 minutes head start. Sign up. So what is...
You go, you sign up, you get a wristband. At 9 o'clock, they say you're free, and then the cops try to find you.
Oh, well, that's really cool, but I can see like a resource issue. Like how many cops?
I don't know if it's there's only 150 entries, so I don't know how many cops. It doesn't say, but I think that would be like number one, super, super fun.
Yeah,
but I think it would be actually another thing that you could get out of this. It would improve relations between people and cops.
Yeah, definitely.
That just sounds like super fun. Like I want to go to friggin' Oklahoma and be like, yo, here I am.
It depends on the rules. Like, do you get the whole town, or can you like?
It says you must be staying in the city limits.
Okay.
And you can't go into any private places or whatever, and you have to stay outside and not be in buildings.
Oh, that's cool.
Is it like a fundraiser for the police?
It's I don't know if it's a fundraiser or just something that they do just for like community relations or not. It doesn't say like they're giving them money for this or that or whatever, but. I just think
they do that. You know what? Around here, what I see in Massillon, they do everything is just for the kids.
Yeah.
They take a couple kids. I don't know how they pick them. They take them school shopping. They just had coffee with a cop somewhere in Massillon.
They do that in Stark County all the time. What they used to do in Louisville that was super, super, super cool and fun, like when I was a kid, but they don't do it anymore. City Hall used to be in an old car dealership, so it had a glass. It's gone now, but it was all glass in the front. So they would put a cage out in the front where all that glass was, and like once a year, they'd be like, if you come give us so much money for charity, we'll go arrest your friend, put him in that cell with a phone, and when he raises so much money to give to the charity as well, we'll release him.
Oh, they used to do that around here, too. I think, did they do it at the fair or some festival?
But yeah,
because I used to always go, and I'd be so afraid somebody had told me to get arrested,
Yeah, but no, the cops would go to wherever you work, whatever, and be like, let's go, buddy.
Wow, that gets you in trouble.
But but most of the people, like, there were people that worked in town, right? They weren't going, like, out to wherever to get you. So, yeah. I mean, most of the businesses and stuff in town at that time, like, we're talking the late 80s, early 90s, were, like, in on it, and they weren't going to be mad or what.
I was always afraid I wouldn't have enough friends to raise my bail, and I wouldn't get out.
But I just thought it was kind of cool, I thought it was a neat concept. And they gave all the money to charity. I don't know what they would give it to. I mean, I'm sure they had several different ones.
I think cutbacks now, they probably don't have resources enough to do that.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of with that. He probably said, how many places have the off-duty cops to do that?
What I would say a lot
or the cars.
Yeah, The car, yeah.
But it's a great idea.
Yeah, and for all I know, it's wherever this town is. It might be, a tiny, tiny town, like half the size of Louisville.
I love Oklahoma. It's so nice to drive through there.
Yeah.
In non-tornado season.
Yeah. I see it, but it might be just a super small town, and there could be 12 cops out there just running around on foot. They don't even need cars. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know how big. Is it Moreland? Is that the name of the town was? I can't remember.
I've heard of Moreland Tech, Oklahoma. Maybe I've driven through it.
Yeah, Moreland Community Center. So that must be in Moreland. I don't know if that's the county or the name of the town. I'm not sure. But it says you have to stay inside the city limits, so apparently that must be the city. But yeah, I don't know. And it just sounded like a fun kind of thing.
It'd be hard to do around here because it's hard to tell when you get back in these neighborhoods where Canton starts and Perry or Massillon starts, and we're not really in either city. I think the biggest problem
you would have with this is all the criminals be like, oh, well, look, they got all these people they're out there fooling around with, so they won't shoot us if we start really acting a fool and start doing some crap that they shouldn't, because they're going to think the cops will think they're just part of the game.
That's a good point, because if you listen to the stories of what Canton used to do back in the day compared to what they do now, so many things in Canton have been shut down because of crime.
Yep.
Like back in the day, the 60s and 70s, Canton was the shit. Now it just is shit.
Yep, pretty much.
And it's shit because of the criminals. The cops can only do so much, and the people are either afraid or they get in trouble when they step in and help out. So it just gets to run rampant. And it was always stupid stuff like fights. Like I remember a couple of years back, there was a big fight at the Stark County Fairgrounds. How petty, how stupid.
Well, they've had quite a few at First Fridays. They try and do First Fridays downtown, and there's always fights and different people that despise each other, shooting at each other and crap. And it's like, listen, these events aren't for you idiots. This is for like the community to come out and do things and actually try and make this a better place to live, and you people are ruining it.
Yeah, I guess that's the difference between a smart criminal and just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's a matter of opinion.
That's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, but I wanted to touch on some of the things that, like if you're a motorcyclist, some of the things going on. Geneva on the Lake is a big one coming up, and it is September 5th through the 8th. And from what I understand, you don't have to have a motorcycle.
No, I think anybody can go to that.
Yeah. Of course, it's a town. What are they going to do, chase you out?
Maybe.
But finding a parking place might be rough. Now, this is one that the wife and I will be at. So if you're listening to the podcast and you got a motorcycle or you like to hang out with motorcyclists, we will be there on Saturday the 7th. And then we'll be leaving Sunday. So you can look for us. You can hit us up on Facebook and see if you want to meet up somewhere. But we will be there, and we'll be there rain or shine. If it's raining, we'll be on 4 wheels. If it's shining, we'll be on 2. So there's that.
There is that.
If it's pouring down rain Saturday and Sunday, you can find us looking at the covered bridges.
Yeah, that's a plan B.
And then also the 15th annual Bikers for Boobs. I'm going to do that. If you guys want to go and meet me there, we can do that.
When is that? That's next weekend?
I believe it is next Sunday. It is coming up pretty quick. It's the 18th, if I am not mistaken. Let me double check. Yes, Sunday, August 18th. It starts 8 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Bikers for Boobies?
Yep, 15th annual.
Akron Bikes for Boobs.
Yep.
Love the title. Love the cause. Love the logo.
The logo is kind of cool, isn't it?
It's actually AkronBFB.com if you want to look at it. And it is happening, what's the actual date? August 18th. I think you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was typing.
That's all right.
Pre-registration is open now. Pre-register at Akron BFB 2024. Sorry, BFB 2024 .eventbrite.com. Countdown 6 days, 19 hours, 57 minutes, and 37
Can't believe they actually have
5,
That's
4.
hilarious. They got a fucking clock. But yeah, I don't know. Like, we just thought it'd be fun because it's like something me and her both are like, kind of passionate about because it is a big thing, the breast cancer kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey.
Boobies are beautiful.
Like, we can go do what we're going to probably do on a Sunday anyway. Why not do it for somebody else?
520 we're going back in time. 821 Poker Run. And what am I looking at here?
I don't know.
Because I thought the website was for the Bikers for Boobs. Summit County Fairgrounds.
That's where you start, yeah. I was looking at the Facebook.
So you start at the Dusty Armor. We know where that's at.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We've never been there, but we've been by there several times.
I have been there, but back before it was named something else.
Yeah, I think you actually start at the fairgrounds and end at the fairgrounds, but I think that's the first stop is the Dusty A. Now that I'm on the website, I can probably get you
my foot is injured again.
Nice job.
I know, right? It heals for like 2 months, and then it's right back to being hurt again, and it's hurt for like 6 months.
But look at all those people. I don't know what year that was, but there's a bunch of people riding. But I mean, this is one that's open to just about anybody. You don't have to worry about if you ride a Harley or you ride a Jet bike or you ride a scooter.
I think all the poker runs
a trike,
are that way.
Whatever, dude.
I think it'd be embarrassing if a poker run's like, you gotta have a Harley.
Well, I mean, some of them are sponsored by Harley and stuff like that. But
but even Harley dealerships don't mind that you're on a Honda.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Do your thing. But yeah, so look at that. There's a bunch of sponsors.
Matter of fact, they'd probably try to sell you a Harley if you're on a
They probably would.
Honda. Reserve a spot, $10 to $55. That's a big difference.
There's a huge difference.
What is the?
No, but they raised $83,348.91 in 2023. That's a lot of money.
What's it go to though?
I don't know if you go to the information.
If you read on there was a Peter somebody wellness center because they were.
Wait a minute. The like Peter Wellness is focused on boobs?
No, Peter somebody. It's a name.
Oh, that poor
wellness
guy.
Center that I guess helps with recovering patients.
So do we have to reserve a spot early or can we do it there?
I don't know if you have to.
Did you reserve your spot,
I did
Patrick?
Not yet, but.
Most all of them. Because it's not like a car show where you got to have so many parking spots.
Yeah.
I'm sure I think I read somewhere where you can either pre-register or just pay when you get there.
All right, here we go. So we got registration, dinner only at last stop.
Okay. You go back to the
That's one price. It's cheaper if you just want to be
Is that
there.
for one person? Do I have to put two for two people?
Probably.
All right, so it's $25 for two people. Sales end on August 15th.
Okay, let me look here. I'm getting into. We're both going to end up signing up for this.
So if sales end, then we can't do a day of.
Well, the 15th.
That's probably pre-sales.
Yes.
Because it's going through Eventbrite.
Oh.
I've bought tickets through Eventbrite for concerts.
Ooh, look, for $20 you get a shirt. Hell yeah.
But they won't have my size, I promise.
Well, they'll have my size. Okay, pre-reg dinner only with solid shirt sales ended. That's over. But that's all right.
I think the gripe needs to be on here, don't you?
I think we should be on there. Ooh, you can get tie-dye shirts.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at those. Sweatshirts. I like the hat.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff there.
I don't wear hats, but
yeah, I'll have to get with her
I was going to
today.
make us some special gripe shirts for Geneva.
I was just thinking about that. I was going to talk to you about that later. Because since you just put on the podcast that we're going to be there, I thought, we do need shirts.
Wouldn't it be great if it had the logo on the front and on the back? Mine, it says, if the gripe fell off, or if you can read just the gripe fell off, and then on your shirt it says, this gripe doesn't fall off.
Okay.
Oh, well, I thought you'd be more excited about it then.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of...
I bought the old lady a shirt the other day online, and I sent her a picture of it, and she was like, oh, I love it. I bought one that said, I don't ride my own bike, but I ride my own biker. I'm like, perfect.
I'll come up with something, since she didn't like that one.
Well, it was just kind of... The first one was okay for you, but mine was kind of... You could do something like follow the gripe and put it on my shirt on the back.
I'll do something a little better than that. Anyways, so yeah, we need to buy new ones because all of our gripe shirts disappeared.
I got two of mine. I'm only down one.
I've only got one.
I had like 6 or 7 of them, I think I have 3 accounted for.
Well,
so what the hell?
maybe. Well, you better look, because Geneva on the Lake is less than a month. You may not have time to make them and get them here.
Oh, yeah.
No, you can have them made somewhere in town, too.
No. Our merch website.
Okay.
It don't take them a month. It takes them about maybe 3 weeks.
Okay.
So I have to do it tonight or tomorrow. But
because next weekend's that, and then I forget what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Are you guys gonna make it to this one, or you think, or no?
Weather depending.
Okay.
That's why I don't want to reserve a spot.
What time are you guys going to leave in the morning? You should confer with us Saturday.
Yeah. Well, I'll get with you guys here this week sometime, because I'll get with her later today. It'll be rough because she's going to be sleeping all day since she just came back from the music festival. But we'll get it all, our plans hammered out.
Well, if we go up with you guys, which would be nice because it'd be hard to find.
Yeah.
I don't want to ride Route 8 on the bike. There will be a back way.
I don't know that you have to go Route 8.
What she's saying is she would rather avoid the freeways.
Yes.
Oh, well, I don't give a shit about that.
Well, Route 8.
93,
I don't like
doesn't
Route 8
93
in a
go
car.
up there? Doesn't
Well, 93, it
We'll
goes all the
have
way
to
up and
map
turns
it.
into State Road, and we can go the back way from her house with. I don't think we'll have any trouble because, like I said, we can just go up through Barber-Tucky and.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't like Route 8 in a car, let alone on the back of a motorcycle.
Honestly, I feel safer on a bike because I can see more.
Well, I know you do, but I don't because I don't have any control. I don't have the imaginary brake pedal on the back of a bike.
I don't care either way.
Now, when you get me the foot boards, maybe I would.
Great. Are we constantly like, what the hell's going on?
Why is she hitting her
She's
brakes?
back there slamming her foot on the front.
Like, oh my God, I have to see if I can find the video. Oh, poor Chris. So the other day I sent her this video that I found online. This guy, he walks in the kitchen, his wife's cooking some eggs. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Flip it. Flip the eggs. Salt. No, not that much. Going off like, she's like, what? You don't think I know how to cook a couple eggs? He goes, no, I just wanted you to know how it felt when I was driving.
That's funny.
Well, he does that to me when I'm driving. He hates when I drive.
That's not true.
It is true.
I get an eye roll for that one.
You should talk about, what's today? The 9th?
I'm trying to find more stuff going on, but I don't have a lot of information. Here's one. We'll talk about this for a second. It is in Zanesville. It's called Zane's Trace Bike Show, free to the public. All are welcome. Music, registration starts at 9. Saturday, September 28th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. 302 Muskingum Avenue? Muskingum. I never said I could read. Never said I could read. Bikes, $20 to enter the show. Apparently it's a bike show. And then the classes, a Best of Show trophy, Best Paint, Chopper trophy, Bagger trophy, Trike trophy, Audio trophy. I guess audio on a motorcycle's People's Choice. Best Chick with a Bike. Cool. Rat trophy. Anybody don't know what a rat bike is, I can explain that. Metric, which would be like my bike, Vintage. Kids Choice trophy. A rat bike is like, it's a sport bike that is made up, it's like a Frankenstein.
Yeah.
It's like it's been wrecked and put back together with other parts and stuff like that. They call that a rat bike. And if you get into racing, rat bikes are everywhere because bikes are expensive.
Yeah, people just start scavenging parts and making them work.
Right. You just kind of Frankenstein them together, and that's a rat bike. The only thing that looked down upon rat bikes is sometimes they're not safe because, believe it or not, when you're sport riding, everything matters. A tweaked frame matters. One shock working better than the others matters. It all matters. Something else going on here. August 17th at 3 p.m. through August 18th, which is 2 days, motorcycle and ATV flat track races. This is right up my alley.
Yeah, but that's going to be the same weekend as...
I know. I'm just saying. This is also... Where is it? Oh, Hamster.
Hamster? Hamster?
What is that? Harpster.
There you go.
I
don't know where the M came from, but apparently
it's just like my memory, the bad. Like I looked at it and didn't see every letter. I just said, "Oh, hamster."
Yeah.
Sorry, people. Harpster, Ohio. The Triangle. Oh my God.
I don't even know where that is.
Triangle Motorcycle Club.
There you go. Triangle is such a tough word.
It is for me.
It is. There's a lot of angles.
There's a lot. Yeah, 3 of them.
Thank you very much. In Harpster, Ohio, is having
in Hamster, Ohio.
Yeah, it's having a motorcycle. I'm imagining.
I can picture a statue
I imagine that's a flat track motorcycle and ATVs.
On a big pedestal.
I'm not sure where Harpster is. Oh, right here's a map.
What's the zip code?
I don't know yet.
We're looking on that map. There.
Upper Sandusky. Oh, so it's up there.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, it's right in the middle of the friggin' state.
Well, that's not up there. What is it?
No, you know what? It's real close to Mid Ohio. That's where it's at.
Oh, well, that's not very far from here.
No, I was thinking it was like way west.
That's what, about an hour and 15 minutes?
So it's west of Mansfield is where it is.
That's what, about an hour and 15, 20 minutes?
Maybe. I'm bad at that. So that's something going on.
Yeah, well, that's the same weekend as the moto races.
I know.
Because we were, so yeah, it's not far because we were thinking of going down and back for the day. Till we saw the price.
And I'm like, nope.
Yeah, everything's so expensive now.
Well, you know, we went, what'd we go, 20 years ago?
Yeah. Oh, God.
In my brother's motorhome, and it cost $50 to park.
20
and we
years.
were right up against the track. I don't know, it might have been less.
That's when I got you into motorcycle racing.
Straight into the racetrack.
Yep.
$50. Now?
It's probably $300-400.
$400.
Yep.
That's insane.
Now, this is, I don't know what the difference, this is MotoGP, and we saw AMA, so could be a higher class, but still.
Who knows? But still, that's ridiculous.
And it was $70 a person for a one-day pass, so. We will be in Carrollton, Ohio next Saturday at the Renaissance Fair.
Carroll, Tucky?
Yeah, at the
Here's
Renaissance
something else,
Fair.
if I'm allowed to change the subject a little bit.
Go ahead.
This is, how do you say that?
Vincenzo.
Ride over to Vincenzo's 6th birthday party. So they're asking motorcyclists to show up at their house or go past their house because the 6-year-old loves motorcycles.
That's cool.
August 10th to 2040, first annual, so it's the first time.
That's
motorcycle
today.
birthday ride. Start at American Legion 109 North 5th Street in Oakwood, Ohio. Ride info 11 and 12. I don't know what that means. Kickstands up at noon. Oh, ride info from 11 a.m. to noon. RSVP. I'm going to go ahead and put the phone number on here.
So they better hurry up because it's 1 o'clock and you're late.
Is it today?
Yes. Today's the 10th.
Oh, well, never mind, peeps. I didn't know what time it was.
I saw that. There's a lot of those that they want.
Yeah,
that'd be fun though.
People to ride
Sorry,
by
everybody.
on their motorcycles for their kid's birthday party.
All right, this one also is today, so I'm going to stop reading this one here. Sorry, I didn't pay attention to the date.
That's all right. There might be somebody who lives in that town and now is like, hey, but too bad it's over because this isn't live.
Fuck. Why do I try?
Talk about the zombie walk. I want to go to the zombie walk.
Yes, well, here's a little bit of I'm going to go ahead and vent a little bit since it is called the Ohio Grape. I have been trying for years to get into and get a foot into the zombie walk, and the previous organizers wanted nothing to do with me, and apparently the new organizers want nothing to do with me. So I think I'm just going to give up. Apparently there's no one in this state that wants me to help out with anything. So they did sell vendor spots to the wife, so we'll be there. Okay. We'll be set up and talking to people if you want to talk to me. I was hoping to get a foot in to get kind of, a little more of a role, but I guess they just couldn't care less, and they don't. I mean, I sent them 2 emails. They never even responded back, so fuck them.
Well, I sent them an email and said,
yeah.
I told them when they confirmed they had got the money, and I said if they needed any help except doing the dance, we'd be more than happy to volunteer help.
Right.
They sent an email back saying, "Oh, we're going to start training for the dance soon. We'd love to have you."
Now, are we doing just us? Are you going to have a booth next to us for the bake shop?
Yes, we have.
So we're all going to be there. Okay.
Yes.
I thought that's what you said, but I wanted to make sure.
She's going to be selling cookies, and we're going to be yeah. And I have got to finish that video. I started a video. I got the tail end of it done, and now I got.
But I don't think we'll have power down there.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have power.
No, we'll see.
How big's your dad's generator to borrow?
It's too noisy. Okay. I'd rather go battery.
Yeah, they're way.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was an option.
It's always an option.
Okay, there's a battery in the shed.
We'll be raping.
Yeah. But anyways, so
October 5th. downtown Massillon.
Hopefully it won't be raining.
Yeah, hopefully not. That would suck.
Everything in the state gets rained out. But anyways, yeah, I just had to vent. It's like, whatever. I guess I'm just never going to get a chance to do anything.
Well, now listen, maybe once we get down there and we start participating or whatever, then maybe they'll let you get in. Maybe they just don't let people in that they don't know, that have never done anything with them. Once we do the zombie walk and we're there and we do that kind of stuff, then maybe we'll get your foot in the door.
Maybe. I doubt it.
It's hard to say, though.
But, anywho. But, yeah, when is that?
October 5th.
Yeah.
October 5th.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the time. Just keep your day open October 5th.
Is that a Saturday or a Friday?
Saturday.
I was going to say it has to be a Saturday.
Because I already have to take a couple Fridays off that I got to get my numbers in and my stuff for work.
I'm trying to find... Here it is. Wait, no, that's Massillon Walk 2007 to 2019. So apparently the old people who are doing it just want to... it's so strange. They gave up on it, but now they want all the recognition that they used to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who used to put it on.
Well, apparently Chris does.
Yeah, Chris knows all those people.
But she's not real thrilled with him, so...
Well, and I think the issue wasn't that she's not thrilled with any particular person. The people that were in it, there was like a whole big thing, and... Now all those people don't particularly care for each other, and Chris doesn't take sides on anything. She's just like, look, I'm friends with everybody. Leave me the hell out of it. And I think that's where she's kind of at. I don't think she despises anybody or doesn't like anybody. I think she's just like, I'm not getting in the middle of somebody else's drama.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, huh? Dirtiest street, Massillon Amphitheater? Massillon has an amphitheater?
Yeah.
Yeah, they built it down in Duncan Plaza where they have the
that's
concerts.
where all the concerts are.
I'm dumb. Sorry.
That's
I get it. I know.
I'm thinking the vendors will be set up. What's that, First Street?
Yeah.
Little,
I completely I just, for some reason, I forgot that was an amphitheater.
Well, it's only been there a couple of years.
Great. So I have 2 years of, seeing it every day and never sank in. Dumbass.
Dum, dum, dum.
If you want to know about the Massillon Zombie Walk, you can go to Facebook and just type in Massillon Zombie Walk. There is two. One says 2007 to 2019. Who cares about that one? It's now the Roving Rogue Productions.
Zombie Walk 2024. Yeah. I'll find it.
Yeah. And we'll be there as well. Not only will the missus be there selling cookies, her delicious cookies, but we'll be there making fun of people. Because that's what
or being made fun of.
Oh, either or is fine with me.
Both's probably going to happen. I'm just saying.
So you guys start planning your costumes now.
I'm wearing my costume.
I don't do costumes because nobody makes costumes for fat people.
I'm going as an asshole. Look, I'm wearing my costume now.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll hire an artist to put this on my head.
Well, you could do like you did for the movie theater.
No,
that's what I'm thinking of doing.
It's simple, and it worked then, but it is kind of cheesy. But we'll see.
Oh, fine.
We'll see.
When we get closer, maybe we'll come up with some theme for all of us to look a certain way. I don't know.
Yeah. I got a feeling if I put something on my face, no one's gonna. The fuck am I talking about? No one's gonna recognize me, anyways.
Well, some people watch us on Facebook or on YouTube.
Maybe we'll see. But anyways, all right. It is time to go. It is that time.
Oh, okay.
Any last words?
Last words.
Bye.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. She just jumped in there with a zinger, didn't she?
I tell you what. The hairs in the back of my neck are standing up.
Bye, everyone.
All right, see you, buddy.